Hello everyone, I'm bringing you a new build for Diablo 4 Necromancers. It's a Bloodlands build. If you need to, you can find all the information in order for this build in the description below or comments. So I'm going to go over the skill tree, Paragon board, Book of the Dead, and the character's gear. So without further ado, I'm just going to begin with the skill tree in the order that I would take everything in. First, I would take Hemorrhage, and then I would take Acolye's Hemorrhage. It doesn't really matter if you take these abilities. You'd probably remove the last one right here. Then you're going to move down, and you're going to take all Blood Lance, and you're going to pick up Supernatural Blood Lance, so you could overpower it after 6 Blood Lances. Then you're going to take Hewed Flesh for more corpses on the ground. Then you're going to take Blood Mist. Then it's going to be Ghastly Blood Mist. Then you're going to take Corpse Explosion, and you want to make Corpse Explosion into a Shadow damage or Darkness damage. And you're going to take Blighted Corpse Explosion. Then you're going to finish off this tier with Grim Harvest, which consuming corpses generates 6 essence. And Fueled by Death, that increases your damage when you consume a corpse. Moving down the skill tree, you're going to take Decrepify, and then you're going to take Abhorrent Decrepify. Then you are going to take Death's Embrace, and to finish the tear off, you're going to do Death's Reach. Moving down, you are going to take Corpse Tendrils, and you're going to take Blighted Corpse Tendrils, so you can spawn Blood Orbs, which is very important for this build because of the new aspect they put in the game. I believe it was yesterday. Then you're going to take Gruesome Mending, Coalesced Blood, and then you're going to finish this off with Ties of Blood, and then you're going to take Necrotic Carapace. Moving on down, you're going to take Bone Storm, Prime Bone Storm, and Supreme Bone Storm, and you're going to take Standalone to finish this tier off. And to finish everything off on the skill tree, you're going to take Shadowblight, which is unusual for a Bloodlands build, but I believe you're going to generate more damage using Shadowblight than you would Vigor right here. So I'm going to jump into the Book of the Dead really quick and go over it really quick. You're going to take Skirmishes, and you're going to sacrifice for 5% chance to crit. Then you're going to sacrifice Bone Skeletons, Mages, for overpowered damage. Then you're going to sacrifice Iron Golems for more crit damage. That goes over the Book of the Dead. I'm going to hop back into abilities. I'm going to go over the Paragon board really fast. So, on the beginning board, I'm going to go over the order that I took them, or I would take them, I should say, and give a brief explanation of the glyphs. So, you're going to probably want to take Prime first for more damage, and then you're probably going to want to take Knowledge, and I took Imbibber for more damage while healthy. Then I took Preservation, or I would take Preservation, I should say. Then I thought the next board that would be really good for this build would be the Scent of Death board because of the armor. You should have more points than what I have right now, so you should have 8 more points than I have when you reach 100. So you'll actually be able to pick up Deathbringer as well with this board and increase your armor even more. So I would take Preservation, then I would take Death Marked, then I would take Scent to Death, then I would finish the board off with Deathbringer, then I would move to the right, and I would pick up the Bone Graft board. And I would immediately go after the glyph socket and put Essence in there. This isn't an ideal choice for this. You know, it's a weird choice because you're gonna have to take bone skills or bone abilities on the Paragon board when you're not even using them. You could always use the Artisan chest plate unique to cause, what is it? Shadow Spirit, I mean Bone Spirit with it, and this would actually be beneficial, but this is a really good slot for Essence. You get a lot of requirements and you increase the damage greatly from it. Then I would take Tenacity, and I would finish the board off with taking Reinvigorate. Then I would move up from Tenacity and I would pick up the Flesh Eater board. First, I would go and I'd grab Targeted. Then I would take the Glyph Socket and I would put in Control for more damage. I love the Control Glyph. I think it's the best glyph in the game for Necromancers. Then I would just fill out the intelligence for the Control Glyph. Then I would take Flesh Eater and I'd finish the board off with taking Poison Conditioned. Then I would go back and go right from the Reinvigorate nodes, and I would pick up the board Bloodbath, and I would take Powerhouse, and then I would take Bloodbath. This finishes the Paragon boards. So I'm going to jump into the character's gear and go over them really quickly and give you my opinion and what you could do differently than what I actually have. So the aspect on the helmet is really good. It's giving you armor, which is very, very important. The intelligence is good, all stats is good, maximum life is good, crowd control duration is fine. You definitely have different stats on your helmet if you want them. The chest has all stats, maximum life, total armor percentage, and damage reduction from distant enemies. I see nothing wrong with the stats. You could definitely follow those. And now I have a new aspect on there, which stuns enemies for 3 seconds for when there's 5 close enemies, and this effect can only happen every 20 seconds. I think it's a great aspect. Then the gloves, you definitely don't want to have plus the Blight. I don't have plus 2 Bloodlance. I have not found a good enough pair of gloves for me to want to change these. So you'll definitely want to get plus 4 rank of Bloodlance for this build. So now I have Lucky Hit Chance, 5% chance to restore 15% primary resource, which is not bad. You could definitely pick up Lucky Hit if you want to, or any other stat that you want. The critical strike chance is good. The increased attack speed percentage is really good. The aspect where I'm dealing Bloodlance percentage damage to primary target per laced enemy is really good as well. The leggings has plus 4 to Blood Mist, all stats, 43 dexterity, and maximum life. All those stats are good. I wouldn't change anything. You definitely choose what you want. And aspect is Consuming Corpse has a 20 to 30% chance to spawn a Blood Orb. And the Blood Orbs are going to increase your damage on this build from a new aspect, and which I'll go over when I actually get to that piece of gear. This is going to increase your damage. The boots have movement speed percentage. I love movement speed. I hate moving just without movement speed. All stats plus willpower and essence cost reduction. All these are really good stats. You could definitely get something else like plus corpse tendrils or something, but then I have Blood Mist triggers corpse explosion on surrounding corpses, and that's really good. It's a lot of DPS, a lot of damage, and plus you're consuming, so you're going to get blood orb spitting out, which is definitely what you want on this build as well. The weapon has critical strike damage over time, it's probably weird, but Blood Lance is actually a damage over time ability. It does damage like in 3 seconds, I believe. So that's not that bad of a stat. It's not great, but it's not bad. You could definitely get something else. Then intelligence and core skill damage, which is not bad either. The aspect is definitely one of the better ones in the game, where you corpse tendrils and you get plus percentage to critical strike and critical strike damage. It's a really good aspect, and most people that play Necromancer and gotten high on the level are going to know about it. And that goes over the two-handed sword. Now the amulet, I have plus percentage of total armor, slow duration reduction, 3 rings of Ties of Blood, which is to increase the damage of overpowered, and then I have cooldown reduction. All these stats are fine, really good. You could definitely follow them. As like I've been saying, you could definitely get whatever you want. And then I have, you deal, this is a terrible roll. I can't really get another good roll for this, but you're going to activate this aspect when you use Corpse Explosion on packs of mobs or just elites packs, and it's going to increase your damage more than anything you can in the game. So you want to activate this aspect in order to do maximum damage with Bloodlands. I'm not sure, but I believe it's the highest damage you could get in a game with Bloodlands. Very important. Then you have Ring 1, which is maximum life, lucky hit chance, critical strike damage, critical strike chance, and damage to distant enemies. All these are good. And then I have an aspect, I apologize, which is really good. Each cast of Blood Lance will launch an additional Blood Lance at a nearby enemy when it first hits an enemy that is already laced, dealing 38 to 48% of normal damage, which is really, really good. And then the last ring, which has, I believe, the new aspect on it, and it has 34% damage to close enemies, maximum essence, critical strike chance percentage, and maximum life. And the new aspect is casting Blood Lance will consume a blood orbs to also conjure lance from them. So that's really cool. But when you want to play, you don't really want to move around a lot because the Blood Lance will consume the blood orbs. So you don't want to actually run around and pick them up. You want to like stand in one spot and sit there and chuck your Blood Lances. So that goes over the Book of the Dead, the Paragon boards, skill tree, and the character. I'm going to have a video of the gameplay for this build after this, so if you want to watch that, that'd be really cool. Thanks as always for watching the videos, and I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you so much for watching.